Good morning, children. We do a new lesson. That's a poem. Lesson 4.4 Home Sweet Home. Now, this poem is, the title itself tells you what the poem is about. The poem is about liking or missing your home, maybe, or all the good things that you find in your home. Yes, it'll tell you, like, even no matter wherever you go, but you are going to miss your home. That's why he's calling his home as a sweet home. Now, this poem is by John Payne. Yes? So, now let's read. I hope you all have your pencils ready with you all. I'm reading it. Home, sweet home. Mid pleasures and palaces, though we may roam, be it ever so humble, there's no place like home. A charm from the sky seems to hallow us there, which seek through the world is never met with elsewhere. Home, sweet home, sweet, sweet home. There's no place like home. Oh, there's no place like home. Okay, so I'll start with the first stanza. Mid pleasures. Mid is a contracted word. The whole word is complete word is amid. A-M-I-D. Amid means in between or among. Yes. Pleasures and palaces. Pleasures means are things that you enjoy. Maybe you take great pleasure in reading, maybe you take pleasure in sports, maybe you take pleasure in just relaxing in front of the television. So, whatever you are enjoying doing. And here, you talk of palaces are great things, things that are really, um, you know, no one, it's not everyone who can live in a palace, right? So, it's only if you are a really great person or someone who is really important that you will be living in a palace. So, amid pleasures and palaces. So, even if, what the poet is saying that even if I am enjoying myself and maybe even visiting great places, maybe even a palace. Now, P is repeated for poetic effects, so alliteration P and P. Though we may roam, so even though we may roam amid things where we enjoy and things of great value or great beauty, great awe, wonderment. But it is, be it ever so humble, there's no place like home. So you see the now if you look at a palace and you look at our houses look like absolutely nothing in front of the palace, right? Our houses are very simple, our houses are very small. The palaces are very rich, very grandly decorated, and very, very huge. So, compared to all this, our houses look very humble or simple. Okay, humble means very simple. There's no place like home here. Each is repeated over here and here. So, alliteration. So, you see, even though I'm roaming among things that I enjoy, that is pleasures, and great places like a palace, and even though my home looks so simple and so humble, but still there's no place like home. A charm from the sky seems to hallow us there, which seek through the world is never met with elsewhere. A charm from the sky seems to hallow. A charm over here would mean something like a magic, yes. And hallow over here means to make holy, to make blessed, yes. Now, what is he saying? Something from the sky. And if you see here, the letter S is repeated. So again, it is alliteration. In fact, in the whole poem, almost every line has an alliteration. A charm from the sky seems to hallow us there. So the letter S is repeated for poetic effect. So alliteration. So something magical from the sky seems to make us holy or blessed. Now, what is hallow? I'm not sure if you all have seen the picture of holy men or women. Yes, around their head, you have a white or a golden glow. Now, if you all watch Mary Sai, yes, Sai Baba, the serial. So, sometimes around his head, they have that great something like a sun, the light of the sun around his head. That's called a halo or a okay. So that's what he's saying. Something from the sky seems to halo us, makes me like important. Now this halo is not there around pictured around everyone else, every single person. It's only around somebody who's important, who's holy, who's very good. Yes. So but here the something whatever is there from the sky is making this us feel as if there is a halo around our heads, which seek through the world. Again, the letter W is repeated for poetic effect, is never met with elsewhere. So, this halo or this holiness, this goodness, you will not find it anywhere. Seek means search. No matter wherever you search throughout the whole world, you will never get this anywhere else. Home sweet home. This is NEVER, contracted word NEVER. Home sweet home, sweet sweet home. So your home sweet 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 home. The word home is repeated, the word sweet is repeated. Okay? There's no phrase because each word is separate. So the word home and sweet is repeated for poetic effect. So repetition. There's no place like home. Oh, there's no place like home. In the second one, there is repetition, but the whole phrase, there is no place like home. There's no place like home. The whole phrase is repeated for poetic effect. In the above one, it is the words sweet and the word home repeated for poetic effect. Both are repetition. Okay. So, we go to the next. An exile from home, splendor dazzles in vain. Oh, give me my lowly thatched cottage again. The birds singing gaily that come at my call, give me them and the peace of mind dearer than all. Give me then, home sweet, home, sweet, sweet home. There's no place like home. Oh, there's no place like home. Now, what is he saying? An exile is um, where you are not allowed to return to the place that you belong to, like Ram. He went for Vanvas, correct? That is exactly exile. Exile means Vanvas. Okay. Now here you all are saying Vanvas because he went in the jungle. Yes, but he was not allowed to come to his place or his palace. That's what I'm saying. When you're not allowed to come to the place where you live in, maybe your city, maybe your home, you are sent to another place to live in. That's called an exile. An exile from home, splendor dazzles in vain. Vain means of no use. Dazzles means shine. Splendor means great things. So when you are away from your home, even the great things, which may have a lot of shine, maybe have a lot of importance, are like useless. Vain means useless for you. They have no value for you. Yes? And yes, this one. Oh, give me my lowly thatched cottage again. So even the very simple, lowly means very simple, very humble. Thatched means, made of a roof, made of leaves, made of trees, made of palms. Yes, not the, what do you say, pakka ghar, kacha ghar, okay. Cottage is a small little house. So he's saying all this, the great things that shine or everyone else loves to see, is nothing for me when I am exiled or away from my home. I prefer to go back to my simple thatched cottage. Okay, then the birds singing gaily that come at my call. Now, why does he like his thatched cottage? Give me them and the peace of mind dearer than all. The reason he likes this is because he has lots of birds singing very happily. Gaily means happily. That come to at my call. So these birds, see, letter C is repeated. So alliteration. These birds, when he calls them, they come to see him. Maybe he is there from when he's small. The birds know him, and he's friends with the birds. So he wants the company of his dear friends who are very very happy to see him and sing very very happily. Give me them. It says, give me, I want my birds, my friends, and the peace of mind dearer than all. So what is saying? Not only that, when he is at his home, he has peace of mind. And that is the dearest thing that he loves more than any other things which may be of great value, may be of great wealth for the world, material wealth. But he likes to be in a state of peace. Okay. Then home, home, sweet, sweet home. Yeah, again repetition. The words home and sweet are repeated. There's no place like home. Oh, there's no place like home. Again repetition. The phrase there's no place like home is repeated. The next one. I gaze on the moon as I tread the drear wild and fear that my mother now thinks of her child and feel that my mother now thinks of her child. As she looks on that moon from our own cottage door, through the woodbine, whose fragrance shall cheer me no more. Home, home, sweet, sweet home, there's no place like home. Oh, there's no place like home. Here he is saying, I gaze on the moon. Gaze means to stare or look fixedly for a long time. You're not just looking and going, not just glancing. You're looking at the moon for a long time. As I tread the drear wild. So where is he now? Somewhere which is a place that is wild, maybe in the jungle, maybe in the forest, where there is lots of open nature, lots of trees. Yes, tread. As I tread means to step on. Okay, walk. The drear wild. Drear, why drear? Because it is very uninteresting for him. It's not exciting, even though he is in the open, in the wild place, which people get excited to see. Yes, something new. But he still finds all this very, very uninteresting, and feel that my mother now thinks of her child. So even when he is in this wild place, which has maybe so many beautiful birds, so many new animals, so many trees, so many flowers, so many wild fruits, but still he remembers his mother and thinks that my mother is thinking of me. Yes, my mother is remembering me. Over here you can see uh, my mother alliteration, and even there is alliteration over here in my mother. The letter M is repeated for poetic effect. As she looks on that moon from our own cottage door. So the mother, you can see the picture up over here. The mother is gazing at the moon and remembering her child. As so she's looking at the moon, standing out of the door near the door and looking at the moon. Through the woodbine, Through is the full form, okay? Through. Woodbine is a creeper whose fragrance shall cheer me no more. If you look over here, you see the creeper is there. It's climbing over here. Yes, climbing on the around here. They're showing it, okay? So this is saying the woodbine is growing outside the house, and the this gives a lovely fragrance, lovely smell, and this cheers him, makes him happy. But now, even though he is in the forest and he may be getting different fragrances all around from different types of wild flowers or trees, but he is not feeling happy because he is missing the fragrance of the woodbine which he is familiar with. Yes, home, home, sweet, sweet home. There's no place like home. Oh, there's no place like home. Today we'll do only this much. We'll do the second part tomorrow, and then maybe some homework of writing the poem and the a little bit of what's there behind. Now y'all will write how much I have taught you. Write this and write the figures of speech of whatever I have taught you. The rest of it when I do the next part, that time you will write. Okay, so you don't have too much to do at one time. Okay, thank you and have a good day.